back. What's up, everybody? It's been a little minute. Back at it. Let me mirror this, right? Mirror that. There we go. What's up, everybody? Back at it. We're going to do some stuff. Not 100% Energizer Bunny today, but making it through. Today's a special day because all the teachers are back at work. That would have been me. So it feels good to see all the teachers back at work and not me, which is great. Love teaching, but always hated the end of the summer. Kids are here the next 2 days and they go back. So that's all good things. Hopefully everything's going well over in your neck of the woods. Amy D, is that what I see over there? Is that you? But yeah, gotta catch my breath. If you guys, I wasn't live on Friday. I came down with COVID. Who has COVID anymore? Have COVID. My son had COVID. Still trying to get over it a little bit. But yeah, sold a lot of stuff, listed my stuff, did like everything I could to take photos and just laid down and listed still. So still got work done. I was first. What's up, Thrifty? What's up, Thrifty? I'm not feeling too bad. Just kind of out of breath now. But that's it. We'll be good. We'll be good. Soccer starts tomorrow. If you guys don't know, I'm the head coach of my son's travel team, and it's like intense soccer travel type stuff. So we have 3 trainings a week and then also games on the weekend. So back at it, busy. I mean, it is a third job for real, but I enjoy it. I won't get that time back in my life. So this week definitely is a pickup week, but I'm also ready for it. Listing that fall and winter. I don't know about you guys, but listing that fall and winter stuff is what's going on over here. Not fall and winter, I guess, more fall. Whoever said the other week, hayride. That's what I'm listing, hayride stuff. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, say what's up. Hopefully we're not messed up over there again. If we're on YouTube or Facebook, say what's up. Say comment in there, or else we're going to have to restart it over there or whatever. But yes, what's going on with you guys? How are the sales over the weekend? How were the sales? Sales were, I don't know, decent. 3 Depop, 0 Mercari, 10 Poshmark, tons of eBay. I can go check. All right, we got it. We got it. We got it. Everyone's good. Finally caught a live. What's up? Poopy pie. Whoop pie. Whoopee. Oh, God. There's usually someone on here called like Poopy Pie. I haven't seen Poopy Pie in a minute. Where is Poopy Pie? Obviously, it brings a smile to my face. All right, what's up, everybody? Let's go over some sales. What do we want to do first? There are sales in here that are okay, different brands, some different things. Let's go over some sales that I'm not going to pack with you. Number one, I bought a paddle. What would you call that? Not an oar, but I guess a kayak paddle, whatever. Bought it at Goodwill. Sold it for $100 yesterday at Facebook Marketplace off the front of my on my porch. Do that a lot with hard goods. I'm not shipping that thing. They sell for like $250 on eBay, $100 buy, out the door, off cash in my pocket. And then I also sold an American Girl doll, which I need to pack. So American Girl doll and that, along with some shoes and a wallet. We'll talk about that later. So not just clothing. So all you full-time or all you resellers with other stuff. Nifty definitely helping, but only on eBay and Posh. Crickets on Mercari and Depop. Yes, Christina, that's kind of how it is. I don't see any YouTube out there. YouTube comments. If you can't see me or hear me on YouTube, you can go to Facebook to join the chat. But this is the deal. 0 on Mercari, 3 on Depop. Depop 38.71, which is an auto posture sale. 19.80, which was an auto posture sale, and $23, which wasn't. And the way it is, Depop and Mercari are just so low in my sale rank. I don't have a ton of them. I commented on YouTube. Yeah, I don't see YouTube up here. Let me see YouTube. YouTube edit. Privacy public. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why YouTube comments aren't coming up. But if you can still see it and hear it, then whatever. We're good. All right, let's go. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we'll go over to Nifty. Again, always new people in here. Nifty's Crosslister and all that sort of stuff. So it also keeps track of your analytics. So Nifty does your cross-listing for you. And then it also does your dashboard. So it does all your automation tools. sends out offers and everything. And you can see, like, look at the offers on Mercari and Depop. It's nothing compared to eBay and Poshmark. There's not a lot of sellers on there. Video is good on YouTube. I could see comments as viewer. Okay, good. Well, good. At least people can still watch, because people are only on YouTube. I was one of those people. I never got on any other platform. But we're going to go to analytics. I'm just going to give you a little shot here. But we're going to look up the last 7 days. The last 7 days over here on Nifty. So last 7 days, 94 items. And this is what it looks like. I'll show you guys if you guys want to see too. So over on Nifty, I'm showing, whoops, not mirror, flip. These are my sales in the last 7 days. Yeah, eBay. And I have the same items on all the different platforms. eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Baby Little Depop. The way I look at it is if one of these, Mercari or Depop, can pay for Nifty, then that's really all I care about. But yeah, you're not going to get a ton more sales, but in the last 7 days, an extra $200 on those is worth it to me. Sorry, guys, I need to get you turned around. There you go. Look at that beautiful face. So hopefully that helps out. Today's my first day back to work. This teacher needs a longer vacation. I know. So I talked about that at the beginning. No offense. Sorry about you. But today is a special day because all the teachers are back at work, my wife included, and not me. I didn't have to go back, which is great. I'd be going back, creating my schedule, putting my stuff in the different buildings where I need to go. Just a sad day. It's tough. Like, teachers need those breaks. Felix knows, his wife's a teacher. Teachers need those breaks, but when you have to go back, it's like worse than if you didn't even have to break. It's like pulling out a knife. I made so many positive comments about you on YouTube. Felix, no, you didn't. You're a liar. Then make them over here. What do you have to say about me? Palm Beach, Florida. Oh, there you go. Where did I teach? In Indianapolis. So Indianapolis, Indiana. Taught for 13 years. And then I've been doing this for 2 years. Full-time 2 years. How's the vid coming along? You can kind of tell it's I'm not like super airhead right now. You know what I mean? When you get sick, you're like in another planet. You're like, I can do it live. But let's go over, since we're talking about Nifty and we're talking about sales that we had on other platforms, let's go over some of the sales that I had on Depop. My wife hates it. She's so excited to get back. Okay, yeah. Honestly, my wife was not dreading going back. It's different when you have kids around bickering all day, right? She wasn't dreading going back. It also depends where you work. My old district, or her old district, she dreaded going back. So we'll talk about these 3 sales on Depop. Talk about what to look for. 2 of them I got in Ohio, actually, which is kind of weird because they're Indiana related. Doesn't start back. Rhode Island doesn't start back until September 2nd. That's how we used to be here after Labor Day, but they just completely changed it. They make it more of a balanced calendar is what they call it. Teachers here have until August 18th. Yeah, I know. And actually teachers like in the farmlands here in Indiana go back a little later. It's just in the city. I don't know whatever it is. But yeah, we have a balanced calendar here. So we'll have a week off fall break, a week off Thanksgiving break, 2 weeks off Christmas break, all that sort of stuff. Morning from Charleston. What's up? Too early to start listing fall and winter. Not for me. This is why I took pictures of yesterday. This is why I took pictures of yesterday. This is why I took pictures of the day before. Tweed pants, camo pants, jeans. That's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing now. All my winter stuff, all my spring and summer, I'm now putting in totes. Not to say it won't sell. I mean, you can look at all this stuff. I just sold a pair of shorts this morning. All that stuff I still have for sale. I'm just getting loaded up. Getting loaded up for all those back to schoolers. All right, let's talk about it. Notre Dame tie, Vineyard Vines. Often you'll find Vineyard Vines ties, and they'll be a custom collection. This one was Notre Dame. You can see the little clovers and the little NDs. But sometimes I found like Wall Street ties, like the NASDAQ, or even money like the yen, different things like that. Just different weird ties from Vineyard Vines. But I always pick them up. I always pick them up. Ties are usually, they're $1.99 where I live. I forget what I paid for these over there. They were less than $5 though. Nice time to attack the pile. It's always a nice time. You know what? Everyone has their opinion on death piles, and I mean, I totally get the argument of like that's money that could be that you could be making right there or whatever. I enjoy having a death pile. In the back of my mind, that's just money right there. Like money I know that I'm gonna have coming in the winter and fall. That's I don't mind having a death pile. I don't mind. It's like, to me, it's like investing. It's investing. That money's going to make me more money when I list it. How many listings per day? I list 70 to 120 a week. So the last couple days I've been listing around 15 a day, which is over 100 a week. So 70 to 120 a week. It just depends. Like today, I'll probably list 20 or so. But that's what I do. 70 to 120 a week. All those, like if I'm doing blazers and suits on a day, I ain't listing 20 of those a day. I'm listing like 10 max. Hoarding is investing. Write that down. Shut up, Felix. Told you weren't saying nice things about me over there. If you guys are on YouTube, I can't see your comments. Sorry, I don't know why. Over on Restream, but you can always go over to Facebook and watch me. But I'll be answering the questions as I go. So here's another Notre Dame tie. Notre Dame tie. This one's a Brooks Brothers, and one of them sold for $19.80, which Nifty sent out a 10% offer because they looked at the item, and one of them sold for $23. So I don't know if you are on TikTok or on another platform, you don't know what Nifty is. I can talk about that. Just ask. But it sends out offers for me. How much was the tie? Less than $5. My ties here in Indy are $1.99, but I bought those in Ohio. I forget how much they were. I feel like they were more than $1.99. Exactly. When I look at my my credit card bill, I say it's paid right there and profits in that pile. Exactly. It just is what it is. Everyone's different, right? And that's what makes it unique with there's a lot of people I run into out there, and they don't want to buy off-season items, and it could be money related or whatever. But in the middle of summer, there are people like, nah, I don't want that jacket because I'll be holding on to that jacket till winter, and I want to flip that money. So I get it. I totally get it. What's up, everybody coming in? Yeah, wondering the same about fall and winter. Yeah, so I'm starting it right now. This is something you want to be on the lookout for. And I talked about this before, but if you can find two different teams, Cleveland Indians and Washington Redskins stuff, because they changed the names. So it's the Cleveland something now. It's not the Indians. It's the Washington Commanders or something. I think Washington Commanders. What's Cleveland's name, guys? Cleveland's what? But they're not the Indians. So if you find the Indian stuff, it sells well. Cleveland Indians. So be on the lookout for it. The Guardians, Cleveland Guardians. There you go. I know people in Cleveland still consider them the Indians. But this sold with the Nifty offer also for $38.71. So Nifty sent out that offer, and someone took it. Now, I am going to put this in a bigger bag. Guardians, yep. Question. Do you measure and weigh the dimensions or just wait when you ship an eBay sale? What's up, Gladys? What I would say is if you're just starting out, you need to definitely weigh your item and do the dimensions. So I do calculated shipping. When I would list this item, I would do the weight and I would do the dimensions, and I would put those in, and then I would list it. That way it gives you an accurate calculated listing to the buyer. But since I've been doing this so long, I just know how much stuff weighs. So I don't have a scale or anything anymore, and I know how much stuff like the length and all that sort of thing. But if you're starting out, definitely need to put the weight and the measurements in the listing, especially if you're doing calculated shipping. Now, I did change my calculated shipping from giving the buyer, changed it 3 times. Changed it 2 times. I went from nothing to giving the buyer the discount I get to then giving a discount on the shipping to the buyer. So I don't give the buyer the entire discount that I get. I give them a percentage off of the shipping. So that's what I do. So that's all Depop. Let's get over to eBay. Over to eBay. We have some vineyard vines. Vineyard vines on the go. I always talk about that. I don't know why people leave these in the thrift store. I find these more, I don't know why they leave them. I guess it's just not what they sell or whatever, but I'll take them every time. These sell so quickly for me. I swear every live I'm selling these. $23.99 for these. They're going to go in a these are going to go in a ground envelope poly mailer, and they're going to sell for $23.99 via promoted listing. So those sold via promoted listing through eBay. Promote everything at 9% in my store if you're new here on eBay. What plastic envelope size mailer is best to stick? So for t-shirts and shorts and polos, these work really well. Even jeans. These are just your standard. I have them in my link tree. Here, I'll show you. Or not my link tree. But if you go to surfsupfinds.com, so we'll talk about this. If you go to surfsupfinds.com, there's a couple things you'll find here. If you want to try Nifty, you can click that link and get 15% off your first month and a free trial. That's worth it. Number one, if you've not been on Whatnot, you get $15 for free on Whatnot, which is a good selling platform and a place to source. And then you're going to see the Amazon products I use. And on the Amazon products I use, you're going to see the exact poly mailers I'm using here. I like these a lot. So that's what I use. So they're, what's that? 10 by 13. 10 by 13 for those. 10 by 13. Any tips on organizing shipping labels after you print them and are packing them? I feel like I'm constantly have to go back and look up the sales to make sure I'm putting right label on the right package. You seem to be doing it quickly there. Okay, Christina. So there are a couple different ways to do that. I know if I don't know if you watch K-Way, but he prints his label out every time. So he'll get the shirt, show it to you, then print his label out after he weighs it and everything. I print them all out in order. So I get on my phone and I pull every individual item and I put them in a big pile. I have the pile here, the item, and then I print all my labels at once. So they're all in order. So the next item should be this Live Lucky shirt. It sold for $17.99. This shirt right here, Live Lucky shirt. It should be going to Jackie. It's going to Jackie. So they all are printed out in order. That's just how I do it. And then for Poshmark, I do the individual and I have them ready to go. They're all like with the item. They're on top of the item. That's how I do it. Hopefully that helps out. But this is Live Lucky. I don't buy this brand, or Black Clover. I'm sorry. Black Clover, the little slogans Live Lucky, but I don't buy this brand anymore. It just doesn't sell well for me. Black Clover. I mean, $17.99 is good, but I expect to sell that within like 30 days, 60 days, something like that. This sold, it took a year for this to sell. This is on my old background, and all my spring and summer items I took on my new background. This took over a year to sell. So I don't pick up this brand anymore. What's up, Retro? What's up, Retro? I need to hit the garage sales like you do. But I mean, if you can find this for $1 and undercut the market, then it's probably worth it. But I'm buying these for $5. I'm not picking them up anymore. So hopefully that helps you guys out. I watch you through Facebook. Is this where your link tree is? Yeah, so I do have a link tree on Facebook. Let me see if I can find that too. Facebook. See if I can link you over there. Facebook. Okay, so on Facebook, you'll see right. Here's my link tree. Linktree and sourceoffinds.com. You click on either one of those and you'll find everything I use. Everything I use. Vinny, what's up, Vinny? Let's talk about this. Some negative feedback because I got some to share myself. What's up, Meg? Am I listing fall yet? I am. I started this weekend listing fall. So August 1st. It was September 1st. Then last year it was August 15th. And then this year it's August 1st. Yep. I'm listing fall stuff now. Yep. I know probably not the best to drink, but I need energy. All right, here we go. Let's talk negative feedback. You're on eBay? Negative feedback. Let's talk about it. Buyer ordered 2 items. Hat was $5.99, shipping and handling, and shorts with $6.99. Shipping and handling. From South Carolina to California, the shipping was $10. Combined, I like to save waste, not money, but I pocketed $3 technically from the sale. There was no communication about policy to the buyer. They left negative feedback saying unfair business policy because of shipping together, but they paid separate shipping and handling. If I shipped separately and never did anything different, they would have paid the exact same. I'm baffled by this feedback. Okay. So if you have nothing in your description about I will combine shipping, anything about combined shipping, eBay should have your back, Vinny. Have you contacted eBay or sent a feedback request to eBay? You can send 2. You can send a feedback request to the person and a feedback request to eBay. So I would try the one to eBay because if you don't have that in your policies, you should be covered. And if eBay denies it, what you can do is contact the person and be like, that's not in my shipping policies, but I'm happy to give you the refund, whatever, and talk about like how negative feedback affects whatever. Maybe they'll be like, okay, I'll take the combined shipping back and send me a request to remove the feedback. But I would contact eBay. If you have nothing about combining shipping, then they paid 2 different shipping and you never mentioned it prior to the sale, like I will combine shipping for you, eBay should have your back. If they don't, keep calling them. What are my favorite stores in Indy? They're all so different. I mean, the best stores are in the richer areas, but the problem is there's so many thrifters in there. When they roll out a new cart, that cart has gone through like that. People are on the cart like that. But some of the other thrift stores that are quieter, more in the city, they get a lot of shipments from the north side, but it's much more sporadic. When they roll out new carts, no one's on them. So it just depends. It's kind of like the benefits and the down parts about each thrift store. But I'm giving the buyer 48 hours to revise, politely explain the situation. All right, great. That's good, Vinny. You told the buyer. So what happened to me was I had a negative feedback just maybe 3 or 4 days ago. And it was a Lululemon bag. I don't know if you remember. And it was a Lululemon backpack and it had a Maker's Mark on it. So it was obviously it was a Maker's Mark giveaway or whatever, like the drink. And the guy just gave me negative feedback. This is a fake bag. The buyer sold me a fake item. I contacted the buyer and say, hey, I accept returns. I saw you left negative feedback. I don't sell fake products because it's against eBay's policy. You see how many items I've sold throughout the years. I've been on here since 2001. That's not something I do. I said, if you think it's fake, you can return the item, no problem. But that negative feedback really affects me. And the person said, I'd have to get it, but said something along the lines like, my bad. I'm so used to dealing with big companies to leave feedback with. If you send me a feedback revision, I'll revise it. So I sent him a feedback revision, and within a couple hours, he revised the feedback. So that negative feedback is gone, and he never even asked to return the bag. So I don't even know. But I definitely, when I get negative feedback, I do everything I can to try to get rid of that. Even though it really doesn't hurt your store, I just don't like the way it looks. People are still going to buy your stuff. I'm a believer that negative feedback will not hurt you. Especially like my feedback went from 97 or 99.7 to 99.6. I don't think that's going to affect my store. That's just what I'm saying. Even if the negative doesn't get removed, it's not the end of the world. Exactly, Nick. Yeah, exactly. It's not the end of the world. What's more important is you stay above standard or top rated. That's more important. And feedback doesn't affect that. Yeah, it's a happy ending. I know. Who doesn't love a happy ending? You got it, Vinny. You got it. Which stores are your favorite? Nini? So many good church rummage sales this past weekend. Lots of listening to do. Ooh, I need to find more church rummage sales. I love church rummage sales. I talked about that. Are those not the best? I mean, Retro, I know you are a big garage seller, but church rummage sale, you know what you're getting into. You know what time it's going to start. If you get there early and you know they're going to have a ton of stuff and it's going to be super cheap. They don't care. They don't care. I strive for 100%. I do too. I strive for 100%. I have 99.7. I have 2 negative feedback, and they're both over 6 months old. So I don't want to get another one because it's going to be a whole nother year. Felix, I have 100%, way better than 99.6. I have 99.7 now. So, to your 99.6 that I used to have a couple days ago. The best. I know. I rarely even look at feedback. I know. Feedback really doesn't matter a whole lot, guys. Next item, also sold via promoted listing on eBay. These are a pair of fly, like dry on the fly Duluth cargo shorts. I always pick these up, and again, it's something that I see people pass often. You're going to find the tag on the inside. You're not going to find it anywhere on the waistband. So that could be why people who don't really know this brand. But whenever I find these nylon, like dry on the fly pants or shorts from Duluth, I pick them up. These were $3.99, sold them for $21.99. So if you are new to my channel, you're going to see I buy a lot of bread and butter stuff. That's just what I have available where I live, Indianapolis, Indiana. A lot of bread and butter for me. So you're not going to see me sell a lot of really expensive things unless it's a bulk buyout or I get lucky at a thrift store. We don't have any like red, white, and blue or anything where we have really good items that I can pay up for, which I would. We just have Goodwills, and a lot of the stuff they hold and put on shopgoodwill.com. So I'm buying items for $3.99 and selling a lot of them for $20. But this is what makes my business run. And that's a brand a lot of people won't pick up. But some of the bigger church rummage sales around Indy are so crazy. I prefer smaller church rummage sales. Well, Retro, you need to let me know when they're at, especially since you kind of do clothing. But yeah. Good morning. Not to brag, but I have 100%. Nowhere near the amount of sales you do. Hey, that's not to brag. Listen, you guys come in here and talk about making more money than me, having better percent feedback than me. I'm all about it. I am not a jealous person. I am about people doing really well. I pick up Duluth. There you go. Next item I sold was Duluth too. So I don't pick up all Duluth. You guys need to make sure you're looking it up. I picked those up because they're dry on the fly. But Jennifer, 100%. That's what you got to have. Just told me a man-child in the replies. Though it's tempting to fire back at the customer, but simply stating you offer free returns and telling the next buyer, yeah, I agree with Nick. So Nick's saying that if you get negative feedback and eBay doesn't remove it, don't be a man-child or a little child and argue with the person. Put something very professional. Remember, you're running a business. So like for mine, I might have said, I offer returns. The buyer never even contacted me. I don't sell fake products. Something along those lines. I don't sell fake products. The buyer never contacted me, and I offer returns. So if someone were to look at my feedback, they would see that. I'm at 99.1 absolute slum seller. Yeah, you are, Nick. Gosh, what a slum seller. What a slum seller. When I go to eBay, I'm going to talk to them about, hey, how much do I need to pay you to get me back up to 100? And I want 100 for a year. I want 100 for a year. Block all the negatives. But the deal is when you sell more things, the more opportunities you have for negative feedback. It's just part of it. But you know what I haven't had negative feedback from ever? The way I ship my items. And y'all know that. Here's a Duluth shirt. I really haven't been buying many Duluth shirts unless they're flannels. This one is a 3XL. 3XL, and it's one of those like lightweight denim shirts. So 3XL short sleeve lightweight denim shirt. This sold within a week for $19.99, and it sold promoted listing. Almost all my sales guys come from Nifty or promoted listings. I'm telling you. I know. I don't know how to say that name. Is it Chambray? Cambray? Chambray? I know it's not Cambray. Chambray? It's Chambray lightweight denim. I don't know how to say that name. I'm still doing hooked on phonics over here. I picked up a jacket, that 3X hoodie. Yeah. So as far as lighter weight items from Duluth, that's what I'm talking about. If I find heavier weight items from Duluth, jackets and flannel lined pants and all that sort of stuff, heavier stuff, I'm definitely picking that up. But when it comes to smaller items, I'm a little bit more picky. But that one sold great. Again, it's the bread and butter sale. Chambray. I say Chambray. Chambray? Okay, Chambray. Chambray. Chambray? Chambray? Now, Retro, are you from Chicago? That sounds like Schaumburg. Dang it. I still have some. I had a buyer say the shipping bag was damaged and asked for a return. It honestly appeared that they needed a reason to return. Thoughts? That can happen, Rachel. That's just part of the business. The bag is damaged, need a return. That's never happened to me before. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember. It might have before, but not recently. Yeah, some people look for a reason to return an item. I mean, honestly, someone could get this pair of shorts in, take a marker, and go like that and say there was a mark on there or on the inside. There's a big mark on the inside that wasn't shown in the pictures. I want to return it. They can make something up. That's just part of the business. But we don't have to deal with the brick and mortar theft. So that's our version of theft. It's just part of the business. You do have buyer protection. You do have insurance through the post office. So if you wanted to, you could say when I shipped it, it wasn't damaged. We could start a case through USPS.com. So you could do that too. You could start a case through USPS.com. I'm starting again after reselling in the late 90s for years. I am all in. So if you were starting out, would you create an account with different sales platforms and start totally using Nifty? Karen, I'm guessing you sold on eBay if you've been selling that long, because that was pretty much the only site back then. What I would do is get over 100 items listed on eBay and then get Nifty. You don't need Nifty right away. I mean, unless you want to start listing your items on all the platforms. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would wait till you get 100 items and then get Nifty. But again, if you're like, nope, I want to sell on all platforms right away to try to get as many sales as I can, you can do that too. It's just up to you. We had a 30% off all clothing Thursday, through Monday this week. Let's go. Nick, where at? Is that Chicago? 30% off clothing? What? You guys, see, they took away all of our sales like you guys, but didn't replace them with any other sales. Nifty versus Vindu, top differences. Okay, so Nifty will, Vindu, you have to keep your platform on and running, right? For you to send out offers or things to be delisted, whatever. Nifty, your phone and laptop can be off and everything will be delisted. You're sending out offers and everything. What I can tell you is, I don't know if anyone's in the TikTok chat, but there have been so many people that have left Vindu to come to Nifty. Nifty's got everything. The only thing Vindu's got over Nifty is Whatnot, in my opinion. But Nifty has everything. Nifty has AI creation. So you put in your listing, you put in your photos, to Nifty, and it creates your listings for you and then puts it on all the platforms. And that's just part of it. So you can try it for free. You can try it for free and just put all your things over on Nifty and shut Vendu off for a week or so and watch what Nifty does. You can try it for free. I have a free link in my link tree on sourceupfinds.com. Took 50 photos yesterday. Dang, Karen. Dang. I had someone buy a Canali suit, hold for 29 days, stained it and returned it. I deducted $50 and had it cleaned. The buyer opened the case. eBay just refunded the buyer. If you accept returns and don't fight the customer, they'll cover you more than you think. eBay got you. So what Nick's saying is he had someone after the return policy is 30 days. He had someone return a suit stained to him. So he refunded the buyer less $50. The buyer reported them or whatever, or brought the case up with the eBay. eBay just refunded the buyer the difference and let you keep your $50. eBay will help you more than what you think. As someone who is asking for asking for a lowball price, I told them that I would do 50% off, and no, I don't do free shipping. The item was only priced at $27. After discount, it dropped it to $23. I figured by the time you calculated cost, time put into cleaning, listing, and eBay cut, I would make around $5. Low balls annoy you. Yeah, it's just part of it. You can't let that stuff annoy you. You're going to have people trying to get deals. It's just the way it is. So what I do on all my items that I'm not taking any less on, I don't allow offers. For example, well, not this next item, but an item like these Under Armour shorts, I don't take best offer. I just have them listed with no best offer. People ask, can I offer? Nope. Sorry, that's the best I can do. But you're going to have lowball offers. That you're just gonna, it's part of it. It's part of it. And it's your business. You don't have to sell it. If it's something you had for 2 years and I'm like, I'm fine getting rid of it, you're making $5, but you're also recouping that money that's been sitting for 2 years. That's important to think about as well. Cost of, there are different costs. There are different price range for what you need on Nifty. If you click on that link, you get a free trial and 15% off your first month, and it will also tell you the prices. I have the most expensive one because I'm full-time, and I pay $90 a month for mine, but it goes to as little as $25 a month. I left Vendu after a year last month. Wish Nifty had the option to add manual sales. There you go. So left Vendu, but wish Nifty had the option to add manual sales. I'm not sure what I know manual sales. 50 items packed will be at 100 by next week, so we'll get Nifty. There you go. Yep. If you think you can list really quickly and you said you're getting into it full steam and you want to list across multiple platforms, then by all means do it. And plus, and you know, with Vendu, anytime you get anything that helps your business is a write-off at the end of the year. Your eBay store, your Vendu, your Nifty, your whatever, it helps you off. Appreciate you. Yeah, using the link helps the page out. It helps you. People have Amazon brain. You'd be surprised how many people think free shipping means shipping is free, as insane as it sounds. Yeah, people do have Amazon brain. Free shipping. But some people offer free shipping. But when you offer free shipping, you're going to have to price your item up, right? This is a really good brand to be on the lookout for. This is part of a bulk buy. The brand is called Free Note. Free Note. You can see it right there. It's a cowboy brand, cowgirl brand, Western brand. Free Note is the brand. This is like a denim pearl snap. And this sold for, I took a best offer of $175 on this shirt. So Free Note. What's up, Kim? What's up, Kim? Free Note. Be on the lookout for it. And that's going out padded flat rate. I knew I probably listed this padded flat rate because the person buying this doesn't care about shipping cost. And I want to make sure it goes in something that's a little bit protected. So be on the lookout for that. agree note. Let's make sure it's going to the right buyer. It is. Thank you so much. Oh, let's put a thank you note on there since they bought that. That was a good little sale right there. So I have these little thank you notes I never used from eBay. I'll use it now. Look at that. Ah, so professional. Look at that. Look at that. Who else does that? Nobody, just me. I also wonder, I'm just kidding. I'm sure a lot of you guys do. I also wondering if you think a large light box is worth it. Currently doing everything through flat lay photos, trying to get faster. Karen, it's whatever works best for you. I like my flat lay station. It's awesome. I like the flat lay for everything, for taking measurements, everything. But not a lot of people have the room for that, even though it folds up against the wall. I have a YouTube video on it. It's really good. I like it. But also, like K-Way, he has the box, and he really enjoys the box. So it's just whatever you prefer. Whatever you prefer. Bread and butter plus $175 shirt. I know. Most of my items, like I said, most of my items are bread and butter. So you'll see. Most of them. That was a bulk buy. That was not eBay. If I sell another platform not covered on Nifty, I can't track the sale on Nifty, like Marketplace, whatnot, courtesy. I can manually add that sale on Nifty. I can't manually add that sale on Nifty. I think there's a place on Nifty to add those. Analytics, expenses. I think you can. I thought so, Nick. If you go to your analytics and go to expenses, I think you can add in an expense, right? And then like, maybe that would be where you would do it. Add an expense. Let's see. So on that date, I spent and then talk about inventory purchased. But then I guess you wouldn't put like how much it sold for. But you could do like purchase, like if you do a bulk buy or something like that. K-Way likes the box. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. What's up, Fordham? JT Raid. Look, so Ford, I was telling my wife yesterday. What's up, Vanessa? Yesterday, I was telling my wife that I watched Ford. It was 2 days ago. He was doing TikTok shop. He wasn't doing TikTok shop like here. He was showing you guys. So he was like, what's up, guys? Yeah, so, you know, what's up with it? What's up with it? I'm going to the club tonight? Yeah, okay. I got to do a quick video on this little DJI mic. So he would do the little TikTok shop video. This DJI mic is great. You attach it to your shirt. Right now it's on sale for $19.99. The sale only lasts a day. Click on that icon below. And he'd come over and talk, and he would post a TikTok shop thing. He did like 15 of them in a couple minutes like it was nothing. I'm like, man, there's money to be made on TikTok shop. So diversify. If you're only a reseller for clothing or whatever, there's other ways to make money. And then yesterday, go on and watch JT, and he's doing a live of him on one of those e-bikes, selling one of those e-bikes live. There's money to be made everywhere, guys. I was watching, I watched something last night. Clip it and post it. I know, right? Just take a clip and post it. And that's why I asked you to do faceless, right? Faceless. He's a beast. I know he is. Me? Oh, Ford? Yeah. Okay. I want to keep talking about that for a second. I watched a lot on just all that sort of stuff. I'm not a huge Dave Ramsey guy, but the Iced Coffee Hour is a podcast, but also you can watch them on YouTube. It's Graham Stephan and another guy. And they did one with Dave Ramsey. And Dave Ramsey said, there's no other time ever in history to make money than right now, especially if you live in America. With the phone at your fingertips, you can create videos that doesn't cost you any money to do other than having your cell phone or whatever. You can make apps, all the different ways to resell online, and just all the ways to make money. There's so many ways to do it. It's just people holding themselves back. That's it. Why am I not doing TikTok shop? I'm holding myself back, right? I made $380 in 3 months, Sports said. There's money to be made everywhere. That was a really good podcast to watch. And I agree with it. I agree with it. People always ask me about social media. There's more people consuming social media now than ever before. There's more people buying on eBay now than ever before. They just came out their earnings last week and talked about that. So there's no better time than now. Yeah, there's more competition, but there's also more people watching, more people buying. It amazes me how many content creators don't post to Facebook. Yeah, I know. And also, posting on multiple platforms is a thing. If you are a girl, you make more money. Yeah, no doubt about that. I'll say that for sure. I feel like that as a reseller in content creation, maybe I'm making excuses, but I feel like these girl resellers, they get a lot more like, maybe it's just because I don't resell women clothing, but I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of weird for a guy to sell clothing. Am I not? Is that right or wrong? I don't know. What's up, AZ? What's up, AZ? Show your return rate on eBay because all YouTube resellers are hiding that. 21 Cabbage, 21 Savage. What do you think my return rate is on eBay? Let's talk about that. After I answer some of these questions over here. Y'all talk for a second, and then you tell me what you think. Neil, good morning. Good morning, good morning. If I sell on another platform, not covered on Nifty, I can't track that. Oh, no, got that. Sometimes $60 to $90 a month seems intimidating. It's better to ask yourself, would you get $2 or $3 a day in value and time saved? Exactly. You have to invest in yourself. And sometimes it costs money. You have to do it. Like those lights I bought for my photo station, they're night and day to the cheaper lights I bought. You just have to invest in yourself. In Nifty, you're investing to make more money. If you can buy something that makes you more money, then you have to do it. You have to do it. 10%, 10%, Susie 10%, Fordham 2%. My eBay returns. Hold on. By the way, I attach my eBay to everything. But I do agree, there are a lot of YouTubers that hide all that stuff. They don't want people to know. And I don't know the reason for that. Actually, when I go to eBay Open, I'll be with a whole bunch of those big resellers. And like, I'm gonna let them know, like I show my stuff because a lot of them I don't think do. Does anyone's Goodwill have dedicated team to screen inventory? I don't know about that one. Howdy from Texas. Retired teacher here. What's up, retired teacher? Thank you for your service. Not starting school today for the first time in 32 years. Let's go, Amy. I consider myself a retired teacher too. I've seen my local Goodwill list stuff like Puma, Nike, Banana Republic. They're playing a different game. Not reseller hasn't heard of all of our go-to brands. Oh, Nick, my bad. That was you. Yeah, sometimes, Nick, I fumble over what you say because you're so articulate. But yeah, you're right. A lot of the thrift stores will price up mall brands because they think here in Indianapolis, Columbia is worth more than Patagonia, North Face. Do you think Columbia is gold here? What's up, Richie Rich? AZ, should you use a TikTok shop? I'm not one to judge. I don't know. I thought about maybe doing it. I don't know. But it would be faceless like Ford. I don't know if at the time. I'm all about making money, guys. But I don't want to combine my TikTok shop with my reseller account because they're just two different things, right? It would be totally to the side and something I talk about differently, just like investing. I don't talk about that here, right? All right, let's go over and look real quick. 10%, 2%. We'll go to eBay and they'll all look together. I'll bring you guys over. eBay, you guys can look at all my poor performance stuff. eBay, we're going to go to sell. We're going to go to performance. Summary. Would summary be it? Here you go. Nope, it's under seller level. All right, so seller level, I'm above standard, but if I got rated today, I'm top rated. My return rate is 2.38%. So out of the last 757 transactions, 2.38%. Fordham is the closest at 2%. So 2% of my transactions. So far this year, 2,600 on eBay transactions. And what is the... I've got 11,785 feedback with a little star. So that's my feedback. Way off. 10%. Who do you think I am? K-Way Shop? Who do you think I am? No. What's up, Rapunzel? All right, let's get out of here. I'm at 4.2. Maybe the difference of offering free return versus pay better. Yeah, I don't know. I was at 5% like, I don't know, a month ago or so, but my returns have just gone down. It is what it is. And most of my returns are always does not fit. It's almost never anything worse than that. Nailed it. You got it, Ford. If you guys want to watch TikTok shop stuff, I know there's more people in here, but watch Ford. If you want to learn how to do TikTok shop, that's it. Brad, long time no see. Hope all is well. Recovering from COVID, as you can tell. As you can tell. What's up, Meg? Thanks for the heart. All right. Let's keep working. Let's keep working. We'll go back over to eBay. eBay. Okay, back to bread and butter. These are Under Armour match play shorts. Again, not a lot of people get this type of stuff because it's just cheap, but it's, what is it, $19.99? $17.99. $3.99 into $17.99 on those. Those were not a pusher sale, or a Nifty sale, my bad. Used to be called auto pusher. eBay returns are another cheat code. Most online retailers are 15% as much as people complain. Oh, I'm sure. I bet Amazon return. I don't know how much Amazon return rate is because they do sell a lot of product. We might think it's high, but percentage-wise, it might not be as high as what we think. I don't know if I ever return anything on Amazon. All right, next item is another bread and butter. Short sleeve Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. This is called Gingham Check. Short sleeve do really well for me. I talk about it often. Whenever you find that check like that, that's the best seller pattern for me with Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. $21.99 sold via promoted listing. For sure, Ford. Shoot, I watch you. Go live more. I know it's your side hustle too. You said it was. I didn't know that. The other day you said you have a 9 to 5, that's your side hustle. So good. All right. Also, I'll be honest with you too here. I'll tell you this too. If we want to talk about this. So I would like to have more affiliates, I guess, right? Like when I go to eBay Open and talk, I know who's gonna be there and what vendors. I know they're going to talk to me or whatever. But the thing is, I'm huge on not promoting and not talking about things I don't use, don't believe in, or would cost someone more money. Okay? So for example, Rollo printers. I know I could team with Rollo and promote Rollo printers, but my question to them when I talk to them is, why should someone pay over $200 for your printer when they could get a similar printer off of Amazon for less than $100? What's my explanation for that? Is it that much better? I don't know. So I'm all about like affiliates, but you don't hear me pitching other than Nifty and maybe like the lights I use and stuff because I just don't want to do that. But I'm all about making money, but it has to be true to me. Hi, Stars from the UK. What's up, UK? Love your lives and reels. Thank you. I had a mini vomit the other day when you posted the price of the Billabong old-fashioned surf shorts at 100. Look at you using pounds. I had a pair of those for years and really sent them to a charity shop in error. Yeah, those Andy Irons, Billabong, they have to be the Andy Irons, especially the Rising Sun ones. They do really well. That wasn't my sale. I just scour that eBay sometimes, and I look for what's selling for a lot of money that's maybe new to the market that a lot of people don't know about. Those were something I found. Morning, hippie. What's up, hippie? Glad you're feeling better, Christy. I am feeling better. Definitely not 100%, but we'll be good. You just kind of have to go, right? You have to go. Yesterday, I went for a long walk. I was wore out, but you just have to go. I can tell you what, it's a lot better doing this than teaching class because you're like playing whack-a-mole. Next item was an American Girl doll. I bought all these for $20 a piece like 2 years ago. One of my last ones that sold for $90. I'll pack that up later. This I bought with the cute, handsome, bearded thrifter in Chicago. This is an Orvis wallet. Orvis wallet. I knew what this was right away because Orvis had a line with this green canvas and this leather, this color leather. I knew what it was right away. So I purchased this in Chicago with bearded. I had it for a year. It sold for $20. $20. So to ship that away. Ship that away. Thank you, Christy. I have 2 affiliates, American Bubble Boy and a company where I buy nerd-related shirts. Yes. So American Bubble Boy, like Bearded does American Bubble Boy too, because he uses that stuff all the time. Yeah, and I agree. But I mean, you guys can like, I don't think I'm a big creator or anything. I just get on here live with you guys. I really don't make many videos or anything. People like Vindu and all those companies have reached out. I'm not going to promote them because I think Nifty's better. Even if they offer me more money, I'm not going to do it. Brooks Brothers, bread and butter shirt. Again, with the little hit right here. I'm a broken record if you watch me all the time, but it is what it is. I look for Brooks Brothers with the little hit right here. It doesn't mean Brooks Brothers without that doesn't sell. They just always sell better for me when I find that. I always pick them up. That sold for $21.99 via promoted listing. Tell you what, a lot of promoted listing. What's up, Ford? Do I experience summer slowdown? To be honest, I felt like I only had it for about a week this year. I did not really feel summer slowdown a lot. But again, you guys know how I do my listing. I do per season. So I have a storage unit full of fall and winter, like hundreds of pieces, maybe 1,000. And I did the same for spring and summer. So I'm listing all in-season items every single day. So that I think helps from catching the summer slowdown. I'll catch the vid, but not summer slowdown. Brooks Brothers, $21.99. Polo Ralph Lauren via promoted listing, $19.99. Another Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. You hear people talk about it, you find it interesting. Summer slowdown, I think, is a thing. I think if you look at other large retailers, it's the same. I think the retail for sure is down in the summer more than any other part of the year. I think people are just buying more back to school. And then when Christmas starts in freaking September, October, people start buying for Christmas. And then, January is usually a really good month for me. It's just, I think it's the slowest time of year. That doesn't mean it has to be a no sales time of year. It's just the slowest time of year. So even maybe for TikTok shop too. When I say that sold for Polo Ralph Lauren, $19.99. Another polo shirt, $21.99. You guys know the deal. If you're out there and your polo shirts don't sell them to me. I'll sell them. Let's see. Buy your poly mailer from your Amazon list. Love the color. Thanks. Yeah, I like this color too. This brand is my favorite brand. I've been using it for, I don't know, for a long, long time. I tried different brands, but I keep coming back to this brand. And they used to have, if you remember, they used to have plaid and polka dot. That's what I used to use. They don't make those anymore. But this is my favorite brand of poly mailer. I've never had a rip, tear, any complaint. Never. I'm not even going to knock on wood. Never had it. But yeah, I like it. The color's a little different. I like to be a little different. My favorite color is blue, if you guys want to know, if you're asking, if you're wondering. I was busy in June and not listing much, so it was dead for me. Yeah, that's probably it too, right? If you have kids or kids are at home, a lot of people vacation in the summer, including us resellers. So if you're not listing, your sales are going to be down as well. It's a really good point. All right, next item. I bought this for $1. I remember it. I bought this for $1 and a couple other things from a particular moving sale. This is a Patagonia performance like fishing shirt, 2XL. I probably would have kept this, but it sold for $18.88. $18.88. That was a Nifty sale. Has to be, right? Has to be. Ooh, that Patagucci is nice. Isn't that Patagonia nice? I think I would have kept that. I'm starting to get old. Sometimes, okay, I'm tan, but I need to be careful, right? So a lot of times I don't want to put suntan lotion on when I'm on the lake. And let's say I'm like, I'm tan enough, I'm fine. I think I should throw on one of these like SPF shirts. They're loose, they're lightweight. I don't have to put suntan lotion on. Does that make me old? Does that make me old? I feel like that makes me old. I mean, you know what sounds bad too? I'm 39, which is basically 40. I'm 10 years away from 30, which seems like not that long ago. 30, not that old, whatever. I'm also 10 years away from 50. No offense to 50-year-olds out there, but 50 seems old. I'm just saying, I know y'all are going to come at me, but 10 years ago, 10, the same number, 30 compared to 50. Boy, you're old, bro. AZ, I think we're the exact same age. Look who it is. Look, K-Way. Look, let's everyone look at K-Way and laugh because he can't go live on here. Ha! ABD. I know. 50 is old. Barry's on here. I'm old. Listen, it just sounds so old compared to 30. Listen, I'm going to get there. We can't beat time. We can't beat it. I mean, K-Way looks 50 with his hairline, but he's like 35. So at least I don't look 50. There's a, that's good. I'm late, but good morning from Calhoun. What's up, Buckies? My oldest is 45. My youngest is 29. Dang, look at that difference. That's a difference. It's like my wife and her siblings. Good morning. I'm 56 and feel it every day. Oh, man. K-Way is like 31 tops. I know, but he looks 50. Don't you agree, Bearded? Buried. Look, Polo Ralph Lauren shorts with the little pony. I find that the little pony sells really well. That pony. Hey, Amy D, you can ride this pony right here. $19.99 plus shipping for some shorts. These sold fairly quickly too. Fairly quickly. Closer to senior discount. See, there's the silver lining, teacher mom. There's silver lining. When you're 50, you're closer to the senior discount. Hey, 50 doesn't mean it just sounds older. Listen, I'm still going to be going at 50. Just like at 40. I feel like I'm 20. I'm 24. I act like I'm 24. I talk like I'm 24. You look 29. Listen, I need to lose some more weight so I can look a little bit younger. I feel attacked when you attack K-Way's hairline. My bad, Retro. Listen, don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. It's just towards him. It's just towards him. I miss being able to eat absolutely anything without gaining 5 pounds a week. Nick, no joke. That is the biggest difference I've seen as I've gotten older. That's the biggest difference. I used to be able to drop weight like that. If I go run, even if I eat like crap and I go run like for a week or two, I'll start losing weight. Now, I do not drop it like I used to. So that sucks. And I know it's probably only going to get worse. These are Wrangler flame resistant jeans. I talked about this last week. I had this bin right here with jeans in it. And it way back in my phone, I had 3 pairs of jeans. They were all flame resistant, Carhartt, Wrangler, and Ariat. And I had photos from each one that I was missing. So I finally got them out, and I finally took the photos, and guess what? They all sold super quick. $21.99 for these Wrangler jeans. And they're going in a padded flat rate. I turned 55, my senior discount this summer. Not too proud. It's okay. Listen, be proud of it. It is what it is. I also feel attacked. I hope you do feel attacked. I'm attacked. I'm literally attacking you. I'm younger than you and definitely look older. Hey, it's all in our genes, right? It's all in our genes. Oh, there's the bearded thrifter. Speaking of old people, that dude, gosh, he always falls asleep before me when when we shack up together. He's always asleep before me. He just puts out so much energy. He sleeps before I sleep. Old man. Is that for you if you're a liar, pants on fire? Yeah, that's it. No. Lots of thrift stores give senior discounts. Ours don't anymore. Ours don't. They got rid of senior and military discount. I'm 64 and taking care of 1 and 2 year olds every day, plus doing eBay. Woo! Faith, look at you. You couldn't pay me to take care of 1 and 2 year olds every day. Literally, nope. I wouldn't do it for $200,000. Having a daycare with 1 and 2 year olds, nope, couldn't do it. Give me kindergartners, I'll do that. I'm 71 and reselling keeps me young. There you go. Bearded said you definitely still drop it like you used to. What are you talking about? Drop it like I used to. Drop it. You know I do. I've been doing 5 to 7 miles per day and gain weight. The struggle is real. Like, how is that possible? Listen, I'm a freaking nerd. Again, we've all come to that conclusion. All right. We talked about my nerdiness with something else earlier. I forget what it was. But yes, I bought a freaking weighted vest off of Amazon, a 20-pound weighted vest that you attach that all the suburb moms are wearing because I'm going to go for a walk with that. Okay. That's what I got. And I know it's super embarrassing. And I'm going to go to the gym with it. And I'm going to go on the public Monon, which is our public path with it. And people are going to look at me and make fun of me. But I don't care about that. People can make fun of me all they want. You want me to post a picture? I still have it. Yeah, bearded. I don't care. Post that picture. Just make sure it was the good side of me. Make sure it was the good side of me. And make sure it was when I was really happy. I don't want people to see me when I was, turtling. Age is privilege. It sure is. Age is privilege. We're getting older, which means we're still alive. My grandmother lived to 103 and a half. Very good genes. Farmer wife too. There you go. That is, farmers, I'm telling you. It's just like the Sydney. What does Sydney Sweeney say? Oh gosh, this Sydney Sweeney stuff, great for American Eagle. I talk to Shelby all the time. First of all, people are too sensitive. I'll tell you that right now. And number 2, great for American Eagle. Good publicity, bad publicity. Their stock went up 10%. I bet more people are buying their jeans than ever now. That was great. That was great. Do I think Sydney Sweeney has great jeans? Let's talk about that. 21 Savage. Sydney Sweeney. I've never thought she was all that. Okay, I watched Euphoria, the show. We're doing reselling stuff, right? The next item I sold was something Hugo Boss just does not have good resale value. These are cargo shorts. Bought them for $3.99, sold them, took the best offer at $13. Get them out of here. Happy to have that offer right before fall and winter because they'll be sitting for a year. So now I have $13, $10 to go buy more items. I never thought Sydney Sweeney was all that. She's not my type. When I watched Euphoria, she's not my type. She's not my type. But, I think it's great. I think it's a great commercial, and how people made it such a big thing is great for American Eagle. They're making bank on it. The benefit of being 50 is you truly stop caring what people think. That happened for me at like, probably like high school. I think I'd stopped caring what people thought of me in high school. Like, you can even ask my wife. I didn't meet her in high school. Forever turtling. Shut up, KY. Honestly, in college, I mean, I have tons of gay friends. I have tons of gay friends. You love who you love. I could care less. It does not affect me. I could care less. But my wife thought I was gay in college because my roommate and I both worked at Hollister. We both had pop collars. And I have this really long longboard, you know, like the skateboards that are really long. And he would pick me up from math class, and we would both on the same board ride the longboard together through campus. And so my wife's like, you're in elementary education. This dude's picking you up on a longboard, and you wear, you know, cute clothes. You work at Hollister. You're for sure gay. So my wife and all those girls in my class thought I was gay. And then, you know, I hung out with them, and I, bam, said, you thought I was gay. Not. Joke's on you. But I'm friends with all of them. I don't care. I have a lot of gay friends. I'm his type. Kayway, you are my type. What's up, Amy D? Is she the one from the White Lotus? No, she's from Euphoria. Well, she might have been in the White Lotus. She might have been in the White Lotus, but I know she was in Euphoria. What's up, Southern? Southern, I've been watching you a little bit too, by the way. Hey, dude, I've been starting social media. How do you get over the fact of filming in public? Just like what we were talking about. Not caring what people think about you is one of the ways. Sorry, YouTube. I can't see your comments. K-Way, if you do live later, I can't see people's comments on YouTube, but I can see them on Facebook. So sorry you have to listen to and watch all of this. But this is just true talk. This is what we do on Mondays. On Mondays, this is what we do. We talk reselling and all these other stuff. But that's how you get over it. You just can't care what people think about you. That's social media. You know how many hate comments and comments about everything you get all the time? Use it to your advantage. What college, Retro? Closer to you than me. I went to Purdue. When we first met, I thought you were gay. Never mind. Yeah, KY, you already know. Angie, what's up, Angie? What's the surfboards? Love it. Appreciate all the follows, too. You should recreate that with the longboard and KY. KY would break the longboard, though. Have you seen that dude? He's like a meatball. Busy. Good to see you, all the best. Yep, I know, Southern. I know. Whenever you come back, it's like Mac is back, you know. I have great genes. AZ, you have great genes too. I didn't want to say it, but you're looking cute. Just saying. Here's an RLX. But you don't buy this brand very often anymore. But maybe you can tell it's got like that camo look to it. But it also had this Fred Erica, which is like a golf course or a golf tournament or something. You can look it up online. This sold in a day or two for $18.99. And my RLX aren't selling quick. You should have went to Ball State, better teaching program. You know what? True story too. I did not apply myself in school. So Ball State is the only, I applied to Ball State, IU, Purdue, and IUPUI, which is a local school. I got into Ball State on probation, which means I had to go there but get good grades. I did not get into Purdue. I applied 3 times. And then I went to my local school, IUPUI, which you know what that is, Retro. I went to IUPUI and got straight A's because I applied myself, and then I transferred to Purdue. That's how I did it. And if I would have went to Ball State, I would have never met my wife. Come on. Summer, we're here to make you laugh. Just posted some Scotty Cameron head covers. Hopefully they will move quick. Chase. There's nothing that moves quicker than Scotty Cameron head covers. Bearded's over here. He just got a chub for talking about him. He loves those. Tried to list RLX and couldn't use brand on Grailed. I've never used Grailed, so I don't know. The RLX doesn't sell as well as it used to for me. Jaguars, yep. I was a Jaguar for a year. Made my weekly listing goals last week. Up to 42 listings for this week. Let's go, Jens. Let's go. You do have to make goals. I'll say this about me too. I'm not one of those people. This has old like inventory on it that I don't even look at. I'm not one of those people that are like, okay, I need to have a schedule for today and it needs to be this. I need to make sure I get all my schedule. I got to put a little into it. You know what I mean? You like that, Wayne? Like that? Tui. You like that? Like that Hawk Tui? I'm not one to make a schedule. So what I do like, I think it's good to have listing goals. I do. Here's my schedule. You know why I don't like this? Is because I had it for 13 years. I had period 1, this class with this lesson plan. Period 2, this class with this lesson plan. I had that for 13 years. Now, as long as I get my work done, that's how I feel. And that's actually with lesson plans how I was as a teacher. I always told my people that observe me, I'm like, listen, I'm going to be the best teacher for these kids. You're just not going to see me have written out lesson plans because that's a waste of my time. I know exactly what I'm going to do in my head. So that was kind of off. That was a little squirrel brain, but I think it's good to have a listing goal. I do think it's good to have a listing goal. Dora, hello, my Greek jeans keep looking young. Yeah, Greek jeans, that skin, that olive color. Have you tried other cross-listing services or just Nifty? I have had Vindu before, but no, I've tried Vindu. Like they gave me Vindu to try out. Wasn't a huge fan, but I never tried any of the others. I just listened to everybody else. Ball State, perfect college for you. Ball State? What? I don't get it. Is that over my head? Bald State would be a great place for you. Is there a college called Bald State? Okay, we should go to Bald State. The fact that you have a roll of TP by your side. Listen, I'm getting over the vid, okay? You know that, Amy D. You even messaged me and said, I hope you feel better. This is a Donald Ross. I don't buy a whole bunch of Donald Ross, but the reason I bought this is because there were a whole bunch of them together. And you know, sometimes you're like, if I could just list one right after another, and it'll take 30 seconds to take photos and another 30 seconds to list because I'm selling similar. Done. I have a friend who does eBay, and he said he does free shipping and accept returns, but buyer pays. Yes, I don't do free shipping. I do calculated shipping, but I do have buyer pays return. Named after the Ball family, Ball Jars. Yep, you're actually vintage crush, Gina. So Ball State is in Muncie, Indiana, where Ball Jars started in Muncie. My parents are from Muncie, and they both went to Ball State. And that's what Ball came from. In fact, a couple of the Ball brothers that created it, I have some antiques from them upstairs. So sales this weekend. But the sales I had were awesome. 7 sales on Saturday, and on Sunday, 5 of them were profit of $50 plus. Those jackets guys, they are selling. Sophia, let's go. That is the best part about fall and winter. The average sales price, your ASP, for me, if you're selling clothing, goes up. ASP goes up in the winter and fall. Best part of it. I always come into spring and summer, I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to list like double or 30% more to try to keep up with the same payouts on eBay. Listing every day does make a difference. I did a marathon photo sesh last week and list while I'm waiting in line. Sales have been steady. Actually, that's a great point. I take all my photos on my phone, and sometimes when I'm in line at Goodwill, I list from my phone. I list from my phone when I'm waiting for Goodwill to open. I list from my phone all the time. That's the only place I list. So it's kind of funny it came that way. When eBay came to me, they wanted me to do listing 101 with my partner, Kathy, and she does everything from the desktop. And I'm like, perfect. I'll talk about how I do everything from my phone and how that worked as a side hustle with my teaching career. Retired school counselor. No more hourly schedule. That's right. You know it. You know it. I live in Muncie and worked at Ball State for 12 years. Let's go, Trisha. Yep, I know Muncie so well. I was there like every weekend growing up. I went to Ball State. Look how small of a world this is. Ball State. Ball State. Okay, this came from that buyout too. So this is a Polo Ralph Lauren RL Western. RL Western. It has pearl snaps. So it has pearl snaps in the double pocket in the front. This sold for $69.99 to Wayne O'Reilly. Wayne O'Reilly, $69.99. This is going padded flat rate envelope too. That's how I put it in there because it's expensive and have the pearl snap. Sometimes when you have expensive items, I'll do a little bit more expensive of shipping, even though the buyer pays for it. They normally don't care about the shipping. They want the shirt. So since it's got the pearl snaps, it's got that little extra padding with the padded flat rate envelope. There that goes. Next item is a new with tags Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. Bought this in Ohio with Bearded Thrifter. New with tags. It was the same price, $5.99 I think is what they were charging, or $5. One of them, I forget. Sold it for $34.99. That only took about a week. Hey, I'm headed to eBay Open. Anything I can do to prepare? This is my first time going to eBay Open in person. I would say, no. I would say just come. If I were, I would just go. Make sure you bring outfits. You know, bring some fits, and come. Make sure you look at the schedule. If you guys are going to watch eBay Open virtual, you can apply or you can sign up for eBay Open virtually. It doesn't cost you any money. And you can just, they already have the schedule. You can just attend the sessions that make sense to you. So if you sell like used car parts and they talk about something about like that, it doesn't, if you don't sell used car parts, then it doesn't apply to you. Or if you want to know more about like promoted listings, you might want to like watch that little segment. But yeah, you can come say hi. You can come say hi. Been on Mercari for a week, dead. Nothing, nada. Justin. That is Mercari. Mercari, I had 0 sales over the weekend. So that's Mercari. Mercari, like I showed earlier with Nifty, we'll go over there. Here's my last week of sales. Since Nifty has the nice little analytics, last 7 days, here's Mercari for me. $152. $3,000 in eBay, $152 on Mercari. That's where Mercari's been for me. Do you ever wear clothes you are selling on eBay then wash it once it sells? Heck yeah, 21 Savage, 21 Cabbage. I like Savage better. Yeah, I do. I'll wear clothing and then sell on eBay. Or before I list it, I'll sell it. Like I bought a gold button blazer that I wore on a cruise before I sold it. Or before I haven't even listed it yet, actually. But I bought it for eBay to sell, but I wore it. This is a Tommy Bahama, the San Lucia stretch. And this is not silk or linen. This sold for $19.80, which means that was a Nifty sale. I had it for $19.99, and Nifty sent out a 10% offer to someone who was interested in it. Take 10% off $19.99, and I bet it is $19.80 or $21.99. $21.99. Take 10% off $21.99. Tell Shelby have fun at the Backstreet Boys. Okay, Dora. I won't have to. She will have fun. So I posted last night. As soon as I went to Vegas, we love Vegas. She's like, I want to go to Vegas. But knowing you're a school teacher, you have 2 personal days a year. And so it's like, really, when do you want to take those personal days? And she's like, I really want to go. And then before they even started playing, it became viral. She found out that Backstreet Boys is playing at the Sphere. And they're playing while we're there. So she's like, oh, hell, I'm going to Vegas. And I'm buying tickets right now, Backstreet Boys, at the Sphere. So that's what she did. So we're going. Now those tickets are worth like 2 or 3 times what we paid for them. So you know me, I'm like, Shelby, listen, you sell the tickets and we'll go do something different. We'll go to a different show. That didn't go over well. You're lucky the Goodwills are doing good for you. They started pulling everything with value here in Florida. So there's someone I follow that's in the Miami or North Miami area, and he pulls so much good stuff daily from Goodwill. And K-Way goes to Goodwill in Tampa. They pull stuff here often. Like they have shopgoodwill.com here, but they don't know everything. And a lot of my stuff is like bread and butter. For example, this next item, I sold this for $40. It took a best offer. These are corduroy pants, but they're South Pole. South Pole corduroy pants. Most Goodwills don't know to pull South Pole corduroy pants. Maybe yours does. I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I'm just saying. My analytics was 595 eBay, Posh 95, Depop 51, slow summer. Let's go fall. Let's go fall for sure, Justin. Let's go fall. We need fall. Fall. Here you go. Corduroy pants. Start listing them. Start listing them. I listed corduroy pants yesterday. Yesterday, the day before. Go look at my eBay. Corduroy pants. I listed polo ruffle and corduroy pants. I went opening night. It was awesome. Lance Bass was there. Oh, from NSYNC. I told Shelby I'd rather watch NSYNC than Backstreet Boys. To be honest, don't tell Kayway, but I do like the Backstreet Boys and I do like NSYNC. I always have. I mean, it's catchy music, you know. But NSYNC's not together, so JT's doing his own thing. But that's funny. Lance Bass was there. Let's see. Hugo Boss. The only Hugo Boss I buy in polos is if it has the big hit on the front. Hugo Boss big hit on the front. I'm going to buy those polo shirts for $5, $21.99 via promoted listing. Got to run. See you, Vinny. Have a great day. Am I going with her to the concert? Yes. The good news is the eBay Open is at the Venetian, which is where I'm staying, and the Sphere is attached, I think, to the Venetian. That's good. Even though I don't mind walking wherever. I love walking. I will walk. I think I walked like 30,000 steps last time I went to Vegas. I love walking Vegas. 100% is NSYNC always the best. See, I agree. NSYNC was the best. Always. How many items do you list a day? Don't list daily. So I do weekly, 70 to 100. What did I say? 120, 70 to 120 a week. But I have Nifty also, and Nifty is my automation system. So all my items on eBay are constantly every 30 days instead of renewing. eBay pulls it off, or Nifty pulls it off and then relists it. So eBay thinks you're listing new items daily. But I do list 70 to 120 items a week. I got super lucky on Whatnot. I bought a new tags. That Villa Queen, I don't know how to pronounce it. XL swim trunks for $5. They're selling for $350. Score. Dora, let's go. I'm telling you, there are deals to be had on Whatnot. You just have to find it. It is like a needle in a haystack. Planning on having a thrifting day with K-Way while in Florida. Let's go. Good luck to you. You're going to have to wake him up. Next week sometime, I told him my 2-year-old grandson wants a picture of him. Why? Why would you want a picture of that dude? I don't get it. Why do you want to go thrift? Do you want to know what happens when you go thrifting with him? AI listing or still using eBay for your main way to list? Chase, I'm still using eBay right now for my main way to list. Do I sell on Whatnot? I do, just women's clothing. So what I do, I don't list women's clothing online. What I do, and anytime I find good women's clothing, I put them in bins. And when I get up to like 70 or 100 items, I run a Whatnot show. That's how I do Whatnot shows. I also have done one where I've done like a buyout from someone, or I got a ton of stuff. I did a Whatnot show doing that too. Any show at the Sphere is going to be amazing. That's what I think too. K-Way steals all the good stuff. I got to show you all something. Let me show you something. Videos. Da, 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 da. Just wait. Just wait. Okay. I'm going to show you. I'll answer your questions. Won a prize on Poshmark for free $50 credit. What should I look to flip? I did the same, Christy. One time on Whatnot, if you list a certain amount, you get like sometimes you get entered into a contest, and I got like $100 credit, and I bought that Denim and Supply right there. That's what I bought right there with that. Okay. We'll find it. Y'all be patient. Y'all be patient. Just be patient. Man, I have I did a video with Kayway and Ethan. I went to Florida with them, and Kayway was taking a nap. That's what he was doing. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, yeah, found it. Ha! Right. Just saying. So when you go thrifting with Kayway, this is what you have to look forward to. You doing all the work, driving, while he sleeps in the back. That's what you get to look forward to. Mr. Sleep. Why did I stop listing women's clothing? Because I don't like listing women's clothing. I tried over and over again to try to like it. I just don't like it. I don't like listing it. It takes me too much time to try to figure out the style. Is it a tunic? Is it a halter? Is it a this? Is it a that? Google Lens is a good help for that, but it's just too much. Sophie, 100 years later, my bad. I know, it took me a minute. How do you find buyouts? It just comes across. Once you get like the word of mouth, like, oh, this guy buys stuff, da 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 da. But that buyout I bought that I sold on Whatnot, actually, my wife found it on Facebook Marketplace. Someone selling a whole storage unit full of clothing. I went and bought it all out. Vegas is so fun. I saw Paul McCartney. There you go, Dora. Yeah, I love Vegas. I love Vegas. I like gambling with other people's money, but not my own. So I'm not really a gambler. What's up, Momo? If someone claims, 21 Savage, if someone claims they were top one seller on eBay for 15 years during a time with no competition, are you talking about tech? I don't know. That's the only person I'm thinking about. Actually, I haven't seen much of him. He used to post like 3 times a week on YouTube. That dude was a beast. As far as he would list like 100 and something items a day. I don't know if it's him and a team, but whew, it's a lot. All right, next item, another Duluth. Another Duluth, like a nylon shirt. This one sold for $15. Bought it for $5. Back to work, y'all. Back to work. Back to work. Next item is a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren shorts. Good pair of Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. You know my motto with Polo Ralph Lauren shirts and shorts. I'll tell you. The more pockets, the more money. Look. 1, 2, regular 3, regular 4, regular 5, 6. Look at this. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like all these little pockets right here. These sold for $23. Okay, so not as much as what I like, but $23 for these shorts. Better than normal. Polo Ralph Lauren shorts and pants. The more the pockets, the more money they will bring. And that's not a lie with those. That's not a lie with those. How many sales and what platforms? Momo today, this weekend. I did pack everything Friday, by the way. I just wasn't live because I was sick. Took everything I had to pack. 10 Poshmark, 3 Depop, 0 Mercari, and like 30 eBay. 30 eBay, I think. Are those really going out? Those are going out priority. I must have listed those a minute ago. Again, I'm sorry, you two people, you're watching this. I can't, for some reason, the comments aren't coming through on Restream. I've never had trouble with Restream. The last month, I've had some trouble with Restream. Next item is a pair of Oakley pants. I took a best offer of $15 on these. These aren't selling as well as they used to. These Oakley pants, Oakley in general, unless it's like vintage Oakley or substantial, they don't sell as well as they used to. Pretty sure they sell Oakley at Costco now. Doesn't mean all Oakley, but you can get Oakley at Costco. Lisa says, what is your minimum profit per item? And she put $10 question mark. Lisa, that's pretty much right on target. So my minimum profit is $10 on an item that I can take photos and list within about 2 minutes or less. So for example, these pair of Travis Matthews shorts. I just sold a purple pair, last week? So I have these listed. So what I can do, I can take photos of these in probably 30 seconds, get on my phone, find a pair that I sold before, sell similar, put the new pictures in, change the size, change the color, and hit list. Takes me less than 2 minutes. So if I can list an item in less than 2 minutes, $10 profit is my minimum. Now, if it's going to take me a lot longer than 2 minutes, like a blazer, I have to make like $40 on a blazer or more. These sold for $18.99, paid $3.99. They sold for Brian. So I'm making more than 10 on those. Go on. Having a hard time finding things lately by me. Plus, the competition is hot. When I have time, I may venture elsewhere. You should, if you have time, if you can make time in your life to go to a different place to thrift. So for me, I live in Indianapolis. We have a lot of thrift stores around me because it's a city. It's a metropolitan city, right? We have a lot of thrift stores. I can go outside of Indianapolis to the country thrift stores and find different things there. But Cincinnati is less than 2 hours away from me. Dayton is an hour away from me. I could thrift all day at both of those places, one day each. Chicago is 3 hours away from me. I could thrift there for 3 days. So if you can make it where you could go someplace and take a day to thrift, yeah, venture out. I do all those. This is a William Murray shirt. I bought this online arbitrage. It sold for $30, $29 to be exact, $29 for this. Am I calculating listing fees? Of course. So $18.99 is what that pair of Travis Matthews sold for. The buyer pays shipping, and I paid $3.99. So I paid $4. So let's take $4 off of $19. We're talking about $15 now. And then eBay takes their 13 or 14%. So I made probably a $12 profit on that pair of shorts. On that pair of shorts, if you want the breakdown. The breakdown. This is a color block Vineyard Vine shirt. Color block Vineyard Vine shirt. And it sold for $21.99. Bought it for $5. Good morning, Liv. What's up, Liv? Good morning. Thanks for popping in. I know I'm not on TikTok as often. Guys, if you're on TikTok watching me and you're like, oh, I just found this guy or whatever, I'm on Facebook and YouTube most of the time when I do these lives. But I'm going to try to be on TikTok more often now, too. Especially as the kids go back to school. Tonight they get to meet their teacher. Hola, what's up, old chef? I watch you too. I secretly watch you guys. For some reason, I can't sell my high dollar George clothing. I'm selling a lot of junk like Polo and Vineyard Vines. Yeah, well, that George stuff isn't going to sell. That George stuff, that high dollar George. Why is Depop buyer take days to pay after accepting offers? You're lucky to even have them pay. Justin, Depop sucks with that. They're just known. If you guys are new to cross listing or reselling over to Depop, you just have a lot of people that will offer you things, you'll accept it, and then they don't pay. It's just a lot of non-payers over there. But the good thing is it doesn't get delisted from your store until they actually pay for it. So it's still available on all your platforms until they actually pay for it. Heck, someone was selling a 5-pound box of clothing for $10 on Whatnot to get rid of them. She had Mother, Nike, J. Crew, cheaper than the bins. Oh my gosh, yeah. People will, do reselling and then find another job that pays better or they like better, and they're like, I just want to get rid of everything because I found something different. There's someone I follow on Instagram that went back to a full-time job. I forget her name. Maybe 2 out of 10 times they pay. At least their fees are low. Yeah, for sure. At least their fees are low on Depop. I promote all my stuff at 8%. Other than that, Depop doesn't really have fees. Good morning. First weekend on Nifty. Great. Sales were great. I think the Nifty AI is spot on with women's clothing. It has made my listing way more efficient. Thanks for all the great tips. You're welcome, Paula. I'm glad it was good. Maybe, I say maybe, I'm not. But maybe I could do women's clothing using the Nifty AI generator. Maybe that would be better. K-Way Shop always says focus on George. I know. I swear, he just wants your money and your views. And if you watch, he's live multiple times a day. He just wants you to see him. He wants to be heard. So if you see him, say, hey, K-Way, good to see you today, all those sorts of things. You'll instantly see the little pieces of his hat start popping because his head gets bigger as you say those compliments. Do you turn on immediate payment when listing? On Depop, is there such a thing? On eBay, I think I had that set up. Amy D, you know what I'm talking about. There is an exciting Nifty update coming this month. There are going to be a couple updates coming this month, is the word on the streets. But that's not all I know about that. All right, that's eBay. Let's do Poshmark, everybody. I had someone do a bundle sale, 2 pair of 511 pants that I just listed, pants that are selling, and then 2 511 tactical shirts. This one I had to sit down. I had to ponder before I accepted it. They offered $60 for the 4. I have them listed for $20 each. So I'm like 80 down to 60. You know what? I have $20 into it, 20 into 60. I'll do that. So I took that. I accepted that offer. Wife, send in the child from the workstation. I need to look relatable. Yeah, exactly. Nick knows. Wife, Kayla, send in the child so I can look relatable. Hi, Joey. Tell the people you said hi. I'll buy you a monster truck. Tell them hi. Yeah, look at Joey. He looks just like me. Get back to work, kid. Yeah, I know what he does over there. I know what he does. So these are priority because I sold them on Poshmark. They're going to go in a priority box. Get these free from the post office. Have them sent straight to your house. These shoe boxes are great, especially because of sweatshirts, sweaters, pants, shoes, everything. They can go in these super easy. I'm just going to stuff it on in there like a burrito, and I'm going to stuff these in there like a burrito. What's up, Edith from Chicago? Just passed so much 511. They started moving real slow for me. Yeah, it just depends. I actually have another pair. Where is the other pair? This is it. So the 511 I like. The reason I got these are because it has that 511 on there like that. These are called the strike pants. These strike pants do well for me. And those 511 shirts where the button snap with the conceal zippers right here. If they have the conceal zippers, I get them. But yeah, I'm a little bit more picky with 511 as well. I will say that. So we can get more into depth in the actual items. There you guys go. That's what I should be doing anyways. I promote on eBay, but I thought Nifty would extend to my other platforms. Do I have to promote on each one? So Nifty will send out offers on those platforms that you set up, but on the actual websites, on the actual platforms, you set up the promotion. So on eBay, I do 9% promotion. On Poshmark, I don't do anything at promoted. On Depop, I do 8% promoted on my entire store. Mercari, nothing, I don't think. Carrie says she sells tons of 511. Thoughts on eBay sellers who try to sell you their cult Discord groups, promising you they'll make millions? Huh. Hello, sir from Chicago. Oh, I already read that. My bad. I found a pair of 511 tactical pants at the bins yesterday. There you go. You can't lose on that. There you go. If you find 511 tactical, you pay $1. You can undercut me by $2 and make more money than me, probably. That's business. Thoughts on the eBay sellers who try to send you their cult Discord groups, promising you to make millions? I don't like to shit talk people other than K-Way. Really? So I'm one of those people that's like, to each their own. You do you. You guys watch me long enough. I'm always saying you do you. There are tons of people out there that have Discord groups and they make money from them. But there are people I'm sure that find value in those groups. So great for everyone around who use those groups. There are also, you can do this for free. I'm one of those people that are like showing you can do it for free. I have a free group on, it's called Search Reseller Community on Facebook. There's 15,000 people over there. But no one's obligated to do anything to answer anyone's questions over there. But those groups might be beneficial to a lot of people. So I'm all for whatever works for people, whatever works for them. The person's putting in time. They built the time to build the audience. If they want to charge for a group, that's great. They put the time in to do that. Willow, you better get out of here, dog. What are you doing down here? This dog. She's naughty. I promote on eBay. Only 11 listings. Someone not having dinner tonight. Who? What do we, what? Oh, 11 listings? Is that what he'll say to her? He'll say, you only did 11 listings? You're not having dinner tonight. No. You know he doesn't do the listings. At night, he sits there like, this is my light box, and this is how I do listings. He's a liar. I just sold this before the live. Yesterday, I posted on Instagram and Facebook how Tommy Bahama, I've been getting these Tommy Bahamas that have a specific name right underneath them. Earlier in the live, I talked about one that I sold. This one's called the Siesta Key, and it's like a polyester, like a performance type of shirt. These sell well for me. This sold on Poshmark for $20. So I've always said I only get silk and linen, but now I'm also looking at these Tommy Bahamas as well. So be on the lookout, the Tommy Bahamas with the little names. I don't think I have any more. I think I sold both. Yeah, oh no. Wayne doesn't make dinner. Whoever said he made dinner? He doesn't make dinner. Dude doesn't make dinner. Shoot, this is supposed to go priority because it is it's sold on Poshmark. So I'll put it in one of these just so like the mail people will see right away. Oh, that's a priority envelope. We better get it on its way. Sold for $20, paid $5 for it. Next item is, I bought these in a bulk buy too, in the same bulk buy. And you would think these would be worth more money. They're like a really tough Chuck Taylor looking shoe. They're called United States Rubber Company, US Rubber Company. And the person I got them from had some really nice shoes and things. But these are just well-made, inexpensive shoes. These sold for $20. So these are, if you want a Chuck Taylor lookalike shoe that's made, in my opinion, better than a Chuck Taylor, this US Rubber Company, these are really great shoes. But they sold for $20. Did I ever visit K-Way? Yes, I visited K-Way. Has he ever visited me? No. It's a one-way street. Brock is in the YouTube chat working. He didn't want him to think you left him hanging. Tell Brock, Nick. Tell Brock. Brock, if you're watching this, buddy, I cannot see your comments. I can't see any of the YouTube comments, Brock. So do a good job of work today. Listen to what they do and smile and give people compliments. Brock's one of my former students. He's always in YouTube chat. So Nick's telling me he's in the YouTube chat saying stuff. So Brock, sorry, buddy, I can't see you today. Can't see the chat over there. But thanks, Nick, for telling me that. Seen Tommy Bahama, Island Zone, never Siesta Key. So Island Zone I pass up on often. I do see those. It's the Siesta Key. It's the other one I packed earlier in my live. You can go back and watch it. So, yeah. Found 2 pair Rock Revival. One is shorts. Got lots of attention. They sold for $59 in a week. It's crazy. There you go. $59 in a week for sure. Rock Revival. Also, lots of attention. I get this question often. I see K-Way's back in here talking smack. I'm sure he gets the same question. I'm sure he's identical to me when it comes to this. I never look at views or watchers or anything. I just focus on listing the right item at the right price with the right pictures, and that item will sell. That item will sell. Ever find double RL? Yes. Speaking of double RL, here's Purple Label. Purple Label Ralph Lauren right there. Purple Label tie. Actually got this for free. Just gave it to me. But yeah, thanks, Nick, for filling him in. Joey gets half the chicken nuggets per listing completed. Listen, let's be honest. When I went down there, I ran a Whatnot show with Wayne, with K-Way, and he paid me in pizza, which is fine. That's what I asked for. His kid, Joey, who was like 3 at the time, that kid ate, I'm not kidding, 3 or 4 slices of pizza. That dude like ate all the, I'm like, where's my pizza? Like, I did the show, your kid ate all this pizza. What's the deal? The shorts, didn't know Rock Revival did those blinged out shorts. Yeah, Rock Revival is really good. They're really, really good. But yeah, double RL I do find. Not very often though. Thanks for your video. I started listing my ties and had them in months in the death pile. Yeah, I'm telling you. Once you get one of those little light boxes like this and set it up, you can knock out ties so quick. I take 3 pictures. I had 3 pictures of that Purple Label tie, and I sold it for $45. It wasn't the best pack. You can see it was like browns. That's why I listed it a little bit cheaper. But $45, 3 photos. This is a Travis Matthew polo shirt. Really happy to sell this for $17. Full price sale on Poshmark. Happy to get rid of this with summer ending. I don't want to hold on to this. So that's going to be like $13 or $14 in my pocket that I'll have to go spend on some other items. What's the tie sell for? 45. 45. Yeah, it was 1 slice for me, 3 slices for Joey. I don't even know if K-Way ate. I don't even know if he ate. You know, Kayla, I didn't even see Kayla Bailey or barely. He makes her work like a sweatshop out in the garage listing stuff. Are you starting to build up for fall and winter? Fun fact, I started building up for fall and winter February 14th. February 14th is when I started putting all my fall and winter in bins. I didn't list one piece of fall and winter. I started building it up since February 14th. So now I have hundreds, if not 1,000 pieces of fall and winter that I'm starting to list now. Fall and winter. Any polos, any shorts I get now, go in a bin because now I'm starting to build out for my spring and summer inventory. That's how I work. K-Way always taking grenades. No, I'm just throwing the grenades back at him. He throws grenades at me. I'm catching them because I'm quick like that, and I throw them back at him before they blow up in my hand. That's how that works. This is Untuck It. Untuck It. This is almost like a denim feel, not chambray. This is a denim feel. Denim feel, and yeah. My wife, Lord, how's everything? But yeah, this sold on Poshmark. It sold for Untuck It, $18. Had 5 into it. Found a new women's brand, Cult Gia. The sequence dresses retail for $5.98. By the way, one of those are new. Oh my gosh, Dora, let's go. Yeah, my bad. K-Way is the Mercari Open headliner. So if you guys go to Mercari Open, K-Way is going to be the headliner for Mercari Open. If you guys go to Mercari Open, look that up. You won't find it. Do you delist your summer item stuff? No. Good question, Justin. So we just talked about how I hoard my inventory or whatever. No. So all of my summer inventory is going to continue to be listed, and it will constantly be relisted through Nifty. So all my summer and spring inventory will continue to be listed. I never delist any of those items. But what I do, I put the bins. Oh, like over here, I have my bins of flannels. I'll get my flannel bins and put them here where my polos are. And my shorts, I'll switch up with my jeans, because in the winter, I'm rarely going over to those polo and short bins. So I keep them all listed. I never delist anything, ever. So all my coats and jackets have been listed all spring and summer long. I'm just now starting to list all the new ones. I also can't sell Polo Ralph Lauren shirts, but the chino pants do well for me. Just keep in piles. Oh, my bad. Just keep in piles. And I get them at the bins cheap. So what I would do, Annie, is maybe stop picking up the shirts. If they're not doing well for you, even though you see like K-Way and I selling them or whatever, just sell the pants. Forget the shirts. If they're not selling and you're doing well with the pants, be like, forget it. I'm done with those shirts. They're not selling for me that much anymore. I'm just not going to pick them up anymore. I'm just going to get the pants from now on. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what I would do. How many items do I have listed total? Right about 1,000. Right about 1,000. We'll go over and look. Inventory. I have 1,100 or 1,080 on eBay, 1,058 on Poshmark, 1,038 on Mercari, 986 on Depop, because I don't post some things on Depop because I don't want them kicked off, like hard goods. When you list, do you pack and clear bags until they sell, or just in piles? I actually am like one of the only sellers that don't pack and clear bags. So you watch all the YouTube sellers, they put in clear bags. I don't. So what I do is I put them in like item bins. Think of it as a closet. So I have 80 bins in my closet, and I know where everything is, and I know where all it is in my closet. So this bin right here that I just pulled out, these are all new with tag pants. So when I sell a new with tag pair of Levi's, I'll go to the bin with the new with tag items and get that out. So I don't do any SKUs. For me, I don't mess with the number of SKUs. I don't have to put them in a separate bag. I have to put the SKU into my inventory. Don't have to do any of that. I just put stuff. I take photos, list it, and then put it in the bins that it goes to, like item bins. That's what I do. And that's it, guys. I will probably not have a voice the rest of the day. But yeah, that's what I do. I might do a YouTube video on that. It'll probably bring so much hate, which I don't care. You know me. But I should do a video on like, this is how I store my inventory. And it's not like anyone else. Can't wait to go to Mercari Open. It was so cold out last year. yeah, right. He thought it was at this place, and there was no one there. No one showed up. But no, if I hired someone, there's a good chance I might go to the inventory system with the SKU system. But I don't plan on hiring anybody. Have a good day. What's up, Ford? You're still in here. All right. Have a good day, everybody. I'll see you later. Thanks for popping in, like always. Always joking around in here, so don't take too seriously. I'll be on later this week packing, but always Monday mornings at 8:30. You can catch me live. Sorry, YouTube, I was not able to see your comments today. So I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye, everybody. Okay. Louis, I do like the bins and happy to hear you do it too. Yeah, so this is how I do it. Everyone does things different. Again, like always, you do you. Whatever, whatever works best for you. Selling clothing, inventory, taking photos, profit margins, whatever works best for you. I'm not, this is just what I do. I'm just someone you can watch and take bits and pieces from it and take bits and pieces and be like, I'm never doing that. So yeah.